I'm back with my guest, author and film historian Mark Harris. Mark's book, Five Came Back, focuses on the war efforts of five of the most influential American directors of the era: Frank Capra, William Wyler, John Huston, George Stevens, and the man whose films we're presenting tonight, John Ford. So, Mark, the contrast between the leads in They Were Expendable, Robert Montgomery and John Wayne, is striking. Robert Montgomery serves in the Pacific during World War II, commands, I believe, a PT boat. John Wayne does not. He's a big action star and stars in war movies, but he didn't go. We talked about it earlier tonight, but that bothered John Ford.
It did, and it bothered John Ford even more because there was such a visible contrast on set between Montgomery, who really was the perfect piece of casting to play this PT commander, and Wayne. It was almost as if the presence of an actual war hero in Montgomery made Ford even more irritated that Wayne had never actually managed to get into uniform, and he really took it out on John Wayne in the first days of the shooting.
And what I love about Robert Montgomery is how he responded when John Ford took out that anger on John Wayne.
Yeah, there was one day when Ford really humiliated Wayne in front of the huge set of extras and crew by making some comment to the effect that he didn't even know how to pull off a real salute. And Wayne was so hurt that he walked off the set, and Montgomery went up to Ford and said, "You can't do that. You can't talk to him that way. It's just too terrible. It's not called for."
And you have to listen to Montgomery because he is the genuine war hero.
Right. Ford backed down instantly, which was not particularly characteristic for him, nor was it characteristic for an actor to go up to John Ford and say, "You can't do that about anything."
So Robert Montgomery ended up finishing the movie as the director because Ford broke his leg.
That's right. Shortly before the movie was finished, Ford stepped backwards off a camera platform and broke his leg very badly. It was in front of Montgomery and Wayne, both of whom helped him get to the hospital. There was no way that Ford could complete the movie, and he turned the job over to Montgomery, saying to him, you know how I direct, you know what I want, can you wrap this up? And Montgomery was very proud of the fact that his footage was so Ford-like that it was not distinguishable from Ford's, although John Ford did recover in time to come back and direct the final scene of the movie, which is the final scene in the movie himself.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. Mark and I are finished for the night, but the films of John Ford continue with a World War II story he made 10 years after the war, starring Henry Fonda, James Cagney, William Powell, and Jack Lemmon.